Hey everybody, Jeffrey Way here with a new web development video quick tip, this time on CodeIgniter, and we're going to learn how to build a template system so that we don't have to load an entire HTML document for every view. So I'm going to go to TextMate, and I already have the base installation of CodeIgniter ready, and I've added some blank pages. I've added includes folder with a blank footer and a blank, well, these should be blank, a blank footer and a blank header, and then I've also added a template.php file. And this is how we're actually going to load these views. So within my site controller, we're going to do class site, and it extends the controller. And then we're going to create a new function, and for this function I've also added a blank, these should be blank, a blank contact us and a blank about us.view. So what we'll do here is we're going to say function contact us. And all we're going to do here is we're going to do this load view, and instead of loading the contact us view directly, we're instead going to load a template, and then the template will load the contact. So we'll do template. Let's go to template right now, and here we need to actually load our footer and our header and our main content. So we'll first load the include/header, and then we're going to load the main content, but first let's actually load the footer. Okay, and then let's do one more for the main content, but we're going to do it a little bit differently this time. Rather than hard coding the path in, we're instead just going to pass in a variable, and then we'll dynamically set that variable from our controller, and we'll call it main content. Okay, so now let's flesh out our header and footer. This is going to be very simple. Anything below the body HTML, that'll go into the footer, like so. If we want for an example, we can write this is the footer. And the header, let's also add this comes from the header view. And let's also set the contact page. This is contact us page. And I added one more for the example about us. This is the about us page. Okay, so now we have our template from our site. We've loaded the template, but the template needs to know what is main content. So how can we pass that? We're going to do that from the controller. And what we'll do is data main content, and this is going to be equal to the view that we want to load. So in this case, we're going to load contact us. So now if we want to pass that information, we just do it as a second parameter, and now all the keys within this data array are going to be converted to variables. So if this is contact us, when we load the template, it's going to look for main content. Look at that. It's going to look for main content, and it's going to set that equal to whatever we passed in this case, contact us. So what if we also wanted to do a about function? We would do the exact same thing, except this time we're going to change it to about us. So let's come back to our main page, and I'm going to load site, and the first one is going to be contact us. And you can see here we've loaded our header view, our footer view, and it dynamically loaded the contact view. Great. Now if we want to go to about us, it's still going to load the exact same template, but because we set the main content equal to a variable rather than a hard-coded path, it'll change. Okay, so this is a very minimal example, but you can see how easy it is to use templates. And now you don't have to actually create a new view and create a whole page for each one. That's just highly inefficient. So that's been your quick tip. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks so much, guys.